Expansion Starts Here, the podcast. I am Rhett Butler, Marketing and Communications Manager for Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. And you know I always have the best guest, and this episode is no different. I have the city of Greenbelt in the house, specifically Chandra Andrews, Public Information Officer, and my man, John Mason, Economic Development Manager, the city of Greenbelt. What's up, folks?
Hey.
Wow.
Great.
John, come on. Give me a clap. So, number one, proud to see you, John, and happy for you. Obviously, for those who don't know, John used to be here at Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, and now he's part of this amazing opportunities that are coming to the city of Greenbelt, which you're going to have to message, and you're going to have to manage on development side. We have to talk about it. As you know, David Iannucci, our CEO, has been working on that for 10 years plus with a bunch of other consortium of partners.
Yes.
But you guys get to really curate this amazing transformational opportunity for Prince George's County. Chandra, the world is watching Greenbelt. How do you feel about this?
Well, I am so excited, but I've been with the city for 3 years now, and Greenbelt is such a great place. It's small, but we're mighty.
That's it.
And we are so pleased to have this growth in our area of Prince George's County.
Indeed.
Greenbelt is historic with the New Deal and the Roosevelt era. And
you might have to break that down for people who don't know, because there's a lot of history there.
Well, for those of you that don't know, and those of you that probably didn't go to history class like you should have. Certainly our president, Mr. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, and his wife, Eleanor, had this vision of federal workers that were working in areas that were urban in Washington, D.C., having an opportunity to go outside of that region to really form a good quality of life in a suburban area, which became Greenbelt. And there were 3 other cities across the country that were part of that project. And I would happen to say that Greenbelt was the most successful, in that way, the most city that's thriving more so than those other 2 that are still around, but they're not thriving like Greenbelt. And being located right here in the Washington Metro with all this federal activity, just this robust economy. And we're sitting in this beautiful, pristine, charming city that's also blooming with commercial development. And so we're very blessed, and we're going to talk a lot about some of the things we've got going on futuristically today.
Yeah, Chandra, obviously I do marketing and communications as well for the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. And you and I both know the challenge is always the narration, the storytelling, making sure everybody understands the layers, the nuances. How do you message Greenbelt? Does anything now change? Are you just prepping for the future? I mean, what is your strategy now?
Well, right now, working with our city manager and city council, getting them well-versed on what's about to happen. And make sure that we are all on the same page as far as like our talking points especially for the FBI building. And working with our fellow Team Maryland constituents in order to see this thing through. It has been a challenge because some of our new council members, they're have been really trained as far as like being in front of the media and staying on point.
Indeed.
But you know how challenging that can be.
We know.
And they can go off on a tangent. You got to reel them back in.
That's right.
But the good thing about it is that it's all new for us, and we're all learning together, and we're growing together, and we're being a part of history. That'll affect, generations to come.
Yeah, John, this is a transformational moment. You are in the history books at this moment in time.
Oh, yes,
and for years to come. How do you prepare Greenbelt economically? Is it business as usual? I mean, what is the process now for something like this?
Well, I think the most that we have to offer is attitude. And our attitude toward what has happened subsequent to this huge development project has been, we are ready and we're preparing ourselves futuristically for new investment, for transformation, for new citizens, new businesses. We sit right now in an era where this transformation could literally show us to be a cybersecurity mecca for the region. Because when we look at the 7,500 jobs that's coming as a result of the FBI moving out of Washington, D.C. to Greenbelt, 2,500 of those jobs, Brett, are cybersecurity. Woo. You look at all of the support that comes along with being able to really partner with an agency like that, from federal government contractors that really want to be in close proximity to that client, that FBI client. And it really goes back to a message that certainly your boss preaches about FBI.
Indeed.
And how in 1941, the Pentagon was located to Northern Virginia.
Yes.
And then in 1949, NIH was located to Montgomery County. Right. But what happened with that? Over the next 80 years, all of that investment, billions of dollars in federal investment, all of the contractors that came along with that, all of those subsequent adjacent industries that were a part of that growth because they wanted to be located near those federal agencies. It's transformational. So what we're hoping is that with this campus that's being established for the FBI, with all of the employment that's coming, with all the federal government contracts that's coming, contractors and all of those support agencies, that we'll be able to experience some of the same benefits of what happens when you locate a 1.6 million square foot operation to an area that is not really accustomed to that. Historically, Greenbelt and Prince George's County has been left out of that equation, where a lot of the huge real estate projects across the country have come, and now we're actually a part of that. As a result, now we can be a part of that. I call it the trifecta. You've got NIH, you've got the Pentagon, and now you've got the largest law enforcement agency, I would say, in the world, that really policing the country and everybody that's associated with the country, coming into our area, into our region, and bringing all the new innovation, new technology, all that new knowledge into an area where we're able actually to support that, because we really have the infrastructure, even the human capital, the smart people, the office space. But Greenbelt has the largest, I don't want to go on too long, the largest single campus office space of any in the county.
Wow.
That's called Capitol Office Park. We've got tons of infrastructure conversation that can be had about what's coming. In terms of housing, when you talk about residents moving, because people like to live, work, and play in the same place.
Absolutely.
So we know we've got a housing shortage in the U.S., right? We've already started plans for a 2,500 unit workforce housing, brand new multifamily project coming into Greenbelt.
Wow.
Right just adjacent to one of our popular shopping venues, which is a enclosed mall, which some of those are going away, but we still have one in Greenbelt, right? And
Indeed.
It's doing well, and we're hoping that it's going to continue to even more so thrive as a result of all this new density, all this new population of individuals working in and around that agency that will be part of our community. And we can't leave out historic Greenbelt.
No.
So we're a microcosm, I think, of this whole region, where we have beautiful historic part of the town. We have malls, we have shopping centers, and we have other robust industry sectors that we're so proud of, one being the medical sector. We have what's called the medical mile, where you've got all these medical operations there that really, and support services that support really a robust project like the FBI. So we're excited. You can tell.
Greenbelt has everything.
You can tell that I am excited to be here.
Yes.
If there was one place that I could land in the municipality to be a part of growth and futuristic promise in this country, it would be Greenbelt, Maryland. And I'm happy for the opportunity. I'm thankful for our leadership, our city council and our mayor, our city manager and assistant city manager, who are doing a great job in supporting what we do.
Yep.
I love it.
By allowing us to just go out and just sing the praises of what's coming.
No, it's great. And Chandra, I want, what are the businesses saying? How is the energy changing? Are they just happy? Is it business as usual? What's the feedback from the businesses?
Well, we're partnered with the Greenbelt Business Alliance.
Very cool.
Which is a group of entrepreneurs within Greenbelt. They support each other, and they are very excited about the change that's coming, and also the support from our city council as well.
Amazing.
We just provided grants, I believe, John, to some of our businesses within the city. And one more thing I wanted to add, just toot our horn a little bit more. We just we just acquired the Armory building, the old Armory building on Greenbelt Road in Southway, which is, I believe, it's like 9 acres. 9 acres of land. So that is prime location for hopefully a public-private partnership for growth. So
you guys are wasting no time.
And land acquisition and acquisition of real estate speaks a lot about, again, attitude.
Indeed.
Are we in growth mode? Certainly. We have just acquired a 9-acre parcel that used to be a federal armory. That we've got plans, and we're making plans to do great things there. It's going to be an iconic centerpiece right in the middle of the heart of Greenbelt. So you can see it's about attitude, and I think we've got the right attitude.
Our tagline for this show and also for our organization is expansion starts here. How does Greenbelt embody that?
I love the tagline because it's active.
Yes.
And it starts with the individual. Indeed. And that individuality spreads to the people that are around you, because you can't do things by yourself.
Not at all.
You have to do it as a team. So
expansion starts here. Well, it's been my tagline. I was here almost 10 years.
Absolutely.
And my forte is attraction, bringing new investment into a community. How does expansion start here? Well, let's not even look at, just for a minute, let's not look at FBI. Let's look at one of our industry sectors that we're so proud of, being healthcare, and all of the medical operations that we have in what we call the medical mile.
Yes.
And what I like to call the medical mecca.
Yes.
We've just had a ribbon cutting for what used to be a smaller operation that just took on 50,000 square foot of space, of office space, of space for medical services that will service a population of those that are very affluent to maybe those that are a little bit challenged economically, will be able to come there and experience Ritz-Carlton healthcare service, regardless of the affordability and what have you, based on this particular project, which was a joint effort by the federal government, certainly of the county and the city of Greenbelt. We're so happy to have this. It's called CCI Health Services. Google that. So you have a small operation there that has seen the need to grow. They've had other operations in other parts of the state, but they've seen that Greenbelt is certainly a landing place that was a landing place, but now has become home to a larger operation. So it's about the investment that's going to happen as a result of the benefit of being in a place where there is just so much futuristic growth opportunity. And so expansion, it does start here.
That's right.
Because you can come in, even if you're a government contractor wanting to be close to your federal government contractor, being FBI. We're trying to be all things to all people, and we've got the formula to make any business successful that wants to move the Greenbelt.
Absolutely, and the attitude, which I would say is the attitude of gratitude. You guys seem extremely grateful and happy of these opportunities. The county's watching, the state's watching, the world's watching. What do you want people to know about the city of Greenbelt?
Greenbelt has it going on. If you want your business to thrive, come to Greenbelt. We're ready and willing to work with you wherever you are. So.
Beautiful. John?
Look into the camera. We want you to know that Greenbelt is open for business. Whatever you ever thought about Greenbelt before, or maybe you didn't have an opinion, I've been there less than 2 months, and what I've garnered and gathered from the attitude of the businesses and the leadership is that we're open for business, and that we want to be counted as a place that you can come and grow and be successful and thrive, and generationally speaking, raise your family there and be able to offer a great quality of life and also prosper, again, as a commercial business.
Indeed.
So that's what we want you to know about Greenbelt.
Yes.
We're here.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing. Expansion starts here, but if you're in Greenbelt, Maryland, expansion truly starts here. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Red.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it.